So this is a cold one with Corey and Carlisle. And if you don't know already, this is simply a free-form conversation recording session where Carlisle and I, we sit down, we have a 6-pack of beer, and we talk about things that happened the previous week before. Now, these are more like audio podcasts, which means that they're longer than our video reviews, and they're also unedited. So if you're offended by the foul language, you might not want to listen. But if you aren't, then sit back, hang out with us, and we hope you enjoy. Thanks.
It's time once again for A Couple of Cold Ones with Corey and Carlisle, filmed in front of a live studio audience.
Yeah, I got a buddy of mine here. It's fucking late too, boy. I have to tell you, I'm I'm already messed up right now.
Oh, I could tell. I walked
No,
in and I was like, wow, somebody's already been drinking it. What's that smell in the air? Is this? Did I leave some of the Pineapple Express over here?
Stop it! I'm not doing that. Don't even tell these kids that I'm clean. I just have a few beers and that's it. But I
like how you said buddy, like she doesn't have breasts.
Man, this is a friend of mine, okay? This is a friend of mine.
Who said no?
This is totally a platonic relationship. You might as well, Kathy, you might as well go ahead and say hi, okay? Just say hi.
Hello.
Yeah,
all right, this is a drinking buddy of mine,
this
okay?
This fool is sitting over here on the other couch like, yeah, I'm over here with a buddy. Yeah, buddy is what you call someone who's got, a schwanz and a pair of balls hanging between their legs that's sitting beside you. Not a girl who's sitting beside you on the couch. That's
buddy is somebody you ain't having sex with.
That's
and her
a
and I.
friend.
No, there's a friend.
There's a friend over. Friend would have been fine.
How you doing, old pal, old buddy of mine?
Old chum. Yes, this is a chum of mine who has breasts.
Don't do that, man. She's cool.
I didn't say she wasn't
buddy
cool.
Buddy is anybody who's cool. Buddy. That's right. Oh, palsy wowsy. No, look,
buddy.
This is. See, I knew you were gonna do that, and I told her that. I warned her before you came in. Now, let me tell you something. My friend Kathy here, my buddy Kathy here, has had a hard day, and I was in the house working, and she said I need to talk, and her and I went out, and then after we do this, her and I we're gonna go get breakfast. But no use in her just like staying at home when we had things to talk about. We had stuff to get to. She came to see Dr. Corey right here.
Yeah.
Laying down on the couch, hearing what I got to say, the wisdom.
I can only imagine the type of exam she got.
Deep. Man, look, just go on with this shit. All right?
No. See, you took this here. That was the beauty of it. I just said... You said the word buddy, and buddy was not.
No, you said the words live studio audience, which indicated that there was somebody here. Let me tell you what happened to me tonight. This has been the night of people calling me up and saying, come talk to me, and having drinks available.
Dude, I told you not to take Kent's calls anymore.
No, one Kent. The famous DJ Kent Aaron. No, my friend Greg and his wife, they called me over to like come have drinks with them. He said, you haven't seen us in a long time. We just like to see you. So I said, okay, I'll come over there. He kept making stuff, topped it off with a chocolate martini, which I cannot resist because he makes the best. And then Kathy called and said, hey, I would like to just get together and talk tonight. And I said, okay, I'll do that. So there we go. So I've had quite a few tonight. And right now I'm a little, hey kids, excuse my language, I'm a little fucked up. All right. So you're going to get a very special cold ones tonight. But I can't handle. It's not like I can't handle my shit. I'm still together.
Oh no, you clearly can handle your shit.
No, it's gonna be good. I'm still a professional when it comes to this.
Clearly.
And don't you forget it, goddammit. Go on. Look at good. Let's go. You know what? See, this is how professional I am. Fuck.
How professional are you?
People
Corey?
don't want to hear me. We want to get to the top 10 on top 5 rather.
That's how professional you
exactly.
are. We do this every week, and yet you called it the top 10.
I'm so professional. I want to do 5 more on top of what we usually do.
Excellent.
No, we're going to do the top 5, which we do every week. We're going to go ahead and jump right into this. So, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's do number 5. Go ahead.
Number 5.
No. Not number
No.
No, not just number 5. I want to hear some rhythm with that shit. You got to sing it.
See, did you listen to the parody of A Couple of Cold Ones that somebody did?
I don't hear that shit. I'm not listening to that.
Yeah, see, somebody totally nailed. They nailed you. They nailed you hard. It was really funny.
Good.
Let's do number 5.
What did they nail me on? Let me ask you something. No, let me ask you something. I don't care how they nail me. What's here to prevent you from singing number 5? You sing every week. I would like to hear you sing
every week. Some weeks I do. Some
and
weeks
when you don't sing, it bothers me. I want to hear you sing. I refuse to budge until you sing. Sing number 5. Okay, you ain't gonna do
5.
Okay. You better be glad I love Kermit the Frog. So okay.
Someday we'll find it. The acid connection. The pushers, the dealers, and me.
I'll threw that in right there. All right. Number 5 is Pineapple Express. How appropriate for tonight.
I was trying to. It's called a segue, my man.
That dropped like 60% this week. That's a hell of a drop for that movie.
Sure
And
was.
no, because I knew that movie was gonna make its money the first weekend because this is a very niche film, a stoner film. Still did very good for the kind of movie it is.
It was a stoner Apatow film, so it brought in 2 crowds that wanted to see it right away, and then of course. It had a huge drop, not just because that audience saw it, but because there was a brand new comedy to see.
There's a brand new there was a couple of things that pushed it back, regardless of what we think about them. But it brought in $10 million. Its gross is up to $62,932,000.
It costs less than $40 million to make. Domestically, it's made its money back and a half.
Look, after 2 weeks, that's a good enough earning right there. That movie is doing well.
It is a cash cow, is what it is.
It ain't a cash cow though, because it's gonna be gone out next week. It's gonna be gone.
It'll be gone off the top 5 next week, but it's made its money. It's got its money to make in foreign.
A cash cow is something
DVD.
that. Oh well, okay, maybe you look at it that way.
Stoner films do really well on DVD
because those motherfuckers don't leave the house.
That's right.
Shit, they stay at home and watch shit.
This is gonna be that film that's gonna make them some real bank.
As a matter of fact, I would have skipped the middleman and just brought that shit out on DVD with rolling papers. That would have sold well. You hired me to do the marketing for shit. You don't know what y'all doing.
All right, but moving right along.
What's with you and Kermit tonight, man? Stop. You freaking me out in the way with this now. I don't know why.
Kermit the Frog here with a hand up my ass report.
Maybe that's why it's scaring me. I don't like kids, imagine Carlisle with a hand up his ass. That's some frightening shit.
Don't imagine that, because that's something you don't need to be thinking about, kids.
I want you to sing number 4, okay? Don't do it in Kermit the Frog.
4.
Okay, god damn it. You can make me do this myself. Number 4. See, you got to get shit done yourself around here when you want it done right. You like that, Kathy, don't you? Your panties just dropped when you heard that, didn't it? Oh, like she's shocked. Look at her. Oh, okay. Number 4 is a new movie this week, Mirrors, a 20th Century Fox movie.
Gee, let me get this straight. So there was a movie put out by Fox that they didn't screen to critics that only made $11 million. What a shocker. Almost as if this has been their strategy the whole summer. They are trying to prove single-handedly that you do not need to screen films for critics. And all they keep proving is that their films are flop after flop after flop.
It doesn't make any difference. I mean, it did just okay. It's not technically a flop. It made $11 million. I don't think that movie cost that much money. $11 million, $125,000.
22 some odd $million. No,
that movie made some money for what it was.
And this is a movie by Alejandro Aja.
The Hills Have Eyes.
The Hills Have Eyes, and of course High Tension, released over here. A film that 95% of which is brilliant, and the ending sucks.
Well, normally I would argue with you on coming down too hard on 20th Century Fox, but the thing is, they didn't let us screen it, and like, what the fuck difference does it make? Did it make? It made nothing.
In a row, they haven't.
Yeah, it really is helping you not screening this for us, because your movies are making so much more money because we didn't see it. You motherfuckers, how dare you? Yeah, and this is just another one. Make a fucking movie. Make a good movie if you want it to be higher. We ain't hurting this shit. I'm a critic. I'm not doing anything to this movie. You're not hurting this movie.
Remember, kids, Corey is a professional.
I am a professional. I'm so much of a professional. I'm gonna call you out on your shit because they didn't screen this for us.
That's what I said.
Like this is going to make a difference. Us not seeing it. I mean, it would actually give them a little bit more word of mouth. Actually, if critics did see it.
Well, that's the point. The thing is critics seeing films. The reason to have critics see films isn't just to get their opinions and get good word of mouth or bad word of mouth. The whole thing is to have the advertising up.
Exactly.
Whether people read the reviews or not, it's on the front of the newspaper. It's on the websites. They go around, so-and-so reviews Mirrors. They may not care
the
what
name
that
is out there.
The name is out
there.
It's like, oh, yeah, Mirrors is opening this weekend. Or, wait, what is that? I didn't hear about that film. There's a new horror film out this weekend?
And you know what? Because you dumb sons of bitches, have you never heard any press is good press? Do you know how many people have said to me?
Not entirely true.
Not entirely, but you know, in this case, for movies, you know how many people have told me, in particularly this case with Mirrors, a lot of people have said, I don't even know what that is.
No.
Because you know what? Because it's not out there. Because you're not letting people spread the news around it.
What's weird is they had an online advertising campaign like 3 weeks ago, and then it vanished after a week. And I didn't even know it was coming. I knew Mirrors was coming out on the 15th, but it didn't click until on the 15th someone said, hey, what'd you think of Mirrors? It's like, oh shit, yeah, that came out this week.
And I recorded a review for it today, but I had to go see the movie myself because they didn't let us see it. When we get later on into what we're talking about, it wasn't terrible either. It wasn't a bad movie.
I hear it's not great, but it's not bad.
That's exactly what I said.
Kiefer Sutherland is just Jack Bauer once again, only this time he's a drunken cop.
Yeah. He's got two expressions in the movie. He goes like, you got to believe me, and I'm on fire. So, I mean, the movie isn't terrible. And if they had let critics see the movie, they have nothing to hide with this film. You do know how many horror movies of this type make number one just because they don't try to hide and bury that shit?
Exactly.
Okay, so.
But this is what I've been talking about all summer. It just keeps happening. Fox just doesn't, they don't seem to care. They like gave up.
Yeah,
it's like, fuck it. Nobody's going to see our movies anyway.
There's going to be a point where Fox is going to produce some shit. They'll be on different management or whatever, and they're going to be back on top of things. All these studios rotate. But right now, you need to wise the fuck up. Anyway, let's go ahead and look at number 3.
Number three. This movie sucks the hair off my nuts.
Okay, if you couldn't tell by that, it is Star Wars, The Clone Wars.
Hold on. How much did it make?
15 million, man.
What?
15,505,000.
Lucas. Make a shitty movie. Make no money. No more of these $80 billion opening weekends for you, my friend.
Well,
Loserville.
Actually, I don't think they actually expected this to be the hit that the sequels were or the prequels, but they did treat it with some really high authority, like, oh, this is the next thing in Star Wars. No, and let me tell you something. I got a lot of people who either like what I said about the movie or hated what I said about it.
I don't even know what you said.
Because I said I don't give a fuck about Star Wars anymore. I said it's a kids movie. It's not even part of Star Wars. Take your kids to see it if you want to, but it's not Star Wars. It's not, and it's not even good. Star Wars is not good anymore.
Star Wars was never supposed to have Stinky the Hutt or 14-year-old tween sidekicks.
Let me tell you something, man.
Tell me something, man.
No, when we went to see the screening for this, you were there. You remember how they said, no cameras. This is the next big thing in Star Wars, and we're not going to have any kind of press doing anything for this because they don't want anything to leak out. It's like, it's going to be on TV soon. You'll be able to see the same shit you used to. Okay, Kathy. You here now? Now, we're going to eat breakfast later, right? All right.
She's leaving us.
I know. She'll be back. They always come back. Where you going? That ain't the exit. Oh, the little girl's room?
See, and we're recording all this.
I know, it's lovely. I want people.
See, it's not as interesting for those listening because they can't see her sway back.
No, this is real life, kids. All right, this is the reality. This is like reality radio coming over to you.
You're just excited because you have a girl.
No, I'm not, man. It's a friend of mine. It really is not even what you think it is. I can tell you that much right now. I know. You don't believe me, but I can tell you for a fact that
number 2.
No, I want to talk about number 3. No, because you're right.
You really want to talk
about
I
do because you know
Stinky
what?
Stinky the Hutt and the 14-year-old tween.
Man, look, you know what? No, I'll save it because I have email about this. You people want to know about Star Wars? We'll tell you about Star Wars.
You talk about the person who's like, why do you guys hate episodes 1?
Man, yeah, and really, I want to address this while I have somebody else here who agrees with me. Because apparently when I respond to people say, well, there's a ton of people out there who disagree with you about Star Wars, the real Star Wars fans. You know what, you little fuckers, if you were real Star Wars. Okay,
you know what? Let's save that for later.
All right, you got it. Okay.
Save it for later.
Let me pull it back. All right.
Pull it back, because if there's anyone in the room that wants to that gets the right to yell about Star Wars right now, it's me, motherfucker.
I think you and I are on the same level.
Lucas came after my nuts this week.
Oh, that's right. You want to talk about? Okay, all right.
No, I don't necessarily want to talk about that, but I'm just saying Lucas came after my nuts and it wasn't cool.
He didn't get them though, did he?
He didn't.
You still got your nuts, right?
No, because it was really bad for him. So, let's move on to number 2.
Ain't gonna say much here. Dark Knight, number 2. Finally fell off.
It went off. We knew it was going to happen, and a lot of people thought it might be this movie to do it, and it did.
And at 471,493,000, that's okay.
Well, it officially this weekend crossed over into the second highest grossing domestic film of all time.
It beat Star Wars. Of course, I know you have to include inflation, but if it would actually be 5th place if you include inflation. But if you're given the list right now, yes, it beats Star Wars officially.
Star Wars doesn't even make the top 10 if you include inflation.
Exactly. So. The number 1 is Gone with the Wind.
Yeah. So, I mean, what we're talking about here is it's a 1-2 punch on the Star Wars fans this weekend. They're slowly watching Lucas's empire take it apart piece by piece as the rebellion finally wins against your Darth Vader clutching ways.
I'm going to be fair here and say that it was eventually something was going to topple Star Wars because that's history. But so I don't think that's the crumbling of Star Wars because Star Wars still has a cult behind it. But yes, it did top Star Wars as a number 2 movie. So The Dark Knight, number 2 movie of all time, not including inflation, which leads us to number 1, the movie that did beat Dark Knight.
Tropic Thunder.
Tropic Thunder, boy.
Tropic Thunder.
See, I'll take that as a song. You know, that's like
Tropic Thunder.
That's like the beginning of some cheesy 80s song. Like you say, Tropic Thunder, and the keyboards kick in.
And I'm off dancing with like a panther off the rocks, and it's like Tropic Thunder
on the hood of a car or something. Yeah,
that's where we keep the model. That's what Kathy will be dancing across.
Oh, you think when Kathy comes in? Yay, Kathy!
And she does a dance for us.
She kicks
on the pole you built in here. That's
all
awesome.
right, Kathy. You better bring your ass back here. I want some pancakes.
Y'all are gonna get me in trouble.
Ain't nobody gonna get you in trouble. You ain't no good girl. Get on out of
here. See, and you wonder why I question.
It's not what you think, man. For her boyfriend out there, everything is fine. Nothing bad is happening. So,
not anymore.
Not anymore. Yeah, we're done.
Held off, and
no,
they cleaned up all the.
Stop it! You gonna get this girl in trouble? Stop.
I was gonna say cheese.
Okay, Tropic Thunder. Tropic Thunder. Man, Tropic Thunder is the funniest movie I've seen this summer. It really is, and I'm glad to see it be number 1. Robert Downey Jr. This is the summer of Robert Downey Jr.
Well, this whole year, man, this has been a serious comeback for him.
Yeah, well,
it started
Charlie Bartlett.
You know, everybody. Hey, I love Robert Downey. Yeah, he's so cute in this. And then, oh, he's so awesome in Iron Man. And holy shit, he's really. This is his fucking year,
dude. Let me tell you something, man. All you people talking about Iron Man? No, this is the one right here. I mean, he actually gives an Oscar caliber performance, but is he gonna get nominated? No, because it's played up for laughs.
I don't know.
I mean, if he does, that'd be great.
Because the thing is everybody in town loves him. He's like that guy. As long as he doesn't let it go to his head and shoot off his mouth, like he did about the whole DC thing.
Well, he already did that with talking about the Dark Knight.
That's what I just said.
Yeah. No.
As long as he can keep those contained, because that they can play off as he's being playful and
I don't think he was though. But let's just say the weekend gross for Tropic Thunder, and even 26 million. If you take it opened up on Wednesday. If you take those extra days, 37,033,000.
Which,
yes,
surprisingly, even though it unseated the Dark Knight, and even though it did really, really well, it made less money Wednesday to Sunday than Pineapple Express did.
Did it?
Oh, yeah, because Pineapple Express made over 40.
Wow. Well,
I saw that and I was like, oh wow, this actually made like between 3 and 5 million less than Pineapple Express did right away. Although I think it's going to have longer legs.
Yeah, and all people are looking at right now is what did it do on its first weekend? Number 1, and even though Dark Knight has done business over the last weeks that has been incredible, people are going to still say, "Oh, that's the movie that beat Dark Knight." Yeah, so I mean, people take things for face value. So look, good for that movie. I thought it was one of the funniest movies that I've seen all year. Really,
I like to think of it as the movie that took Clone Wars out behind the shed and beat the living shit out of it.
Well, I ain't gonna argue with it. I mean, I don't hate Clone Wars as much as you do, but I'm not gonna argue with it because Star Wars needs a fucking wake up call. In fact, Star Wars don't even be around no more right now. Just go away. Shit, I don't give a fuck about Star Wars anymore. Now look, this whole thing we're talking about with 20th Century Fox holding reviews from critics because they think they're going to give it bad reviews. Look, let me tell you something. A whole group of people came out and boycotted Tropic Thunder. Do you think a boycott took away from that movie? Hell no.
No, it was genius.
It helped that movie.
Yeah, no, because it kept it in the news all week.
Exactly. And you and I had different opinions on what it was about, but one thing you and I agree on was boycotting doesn't work, and boycotting just helped that movie.
It's like what I like to tell people is, the old methods just don't work anymore. It used to be you got a bunch of people together, you marched in the streets, and it meant something. And then you look at what happened back in 2004 at the Republican National Convention. 400,000 people marched through New York and shut the motherfucker down. What did it do? Nothing. absolutely nothing except got a bunch of people thrown on Guantanamo on the Bay.
You know something? I think that I don't want to discourage people because you will get that boycott one day that will mean something. But right now, think about what you're doing ahead of time. We live in a very electronic age. So maybe there's better ways to use that aspect of whatever it is you're doing than going out and trying to boycott something, because ain't nobody gonna boycott shit anymore. Okay, but hey, someday it'll work, but not in this case, man. First of all, how you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Glad you're here, man. I'm feeling pretty good right now.
You clearly are. You just had a woman leave after putting her purse together and cleaning up, and you're pretty drunk.
But I keep telling you that woman is a friend. I want to get that out there because people are going to start thinking the wrong thing.
You know what?
I'm already getting girls talking to me online.
When I start believing you, I would love. I cannot wait for the day that I can actually believe a word that comes out of your mouth.
Look, let me tell you something. There are a lot of girls online coming in and telling me how, oh, you must have tons of girls that you're flirting with. You must be talking to. I'm like, my life is really not what you think right now. And I didn't even do you. I'm not doing shit. You know what I do? This is the only reason why I got out tonight, because I stay in my room and I work. I've been so this is the bad word to use, but I can't think of anything else right now. Overburdened, which is the wrong word because I enjoy what I do. But I have just been in my house.
You have finally come over to where I am, dude. You're there. I'm hearing you talk about it, and it's like he's finally there. He finally gets it. He's in this. It's the world of working on the internet. We are underpaid and overworked, and the only advantage we get is that people actually dig what we're doing.
No, and I'm in a very privileged position, which is the only thing. Like I'm doing well, and I have no wants in life right now.
Oh, so you don't say that because we're not doing well at all.
Everybody's doing well. I mean,
we get paid shit.
But I get paid adequately for what I do, and I put in a ton of work for what I do. I sit in my room all fucking day. Yesterday was a Saturday. I didn't do anything. The only thing that got me out on a Sunday night was two friends of mine called me, one guy and one girl, and they wanted to talk. Girls out there who think that I'm some pig or some sex symbol or I'm out living a playboy life for better or for worse, you got it all wrong. I'm in my house being a hermit right now.
Jerking off to gay porn.
Not gay porn, but porn. Yeah, I gotta get my outlet somewhere. I'm not doing shit. Now, at one time, this reputation came out of nowhere. At one time in my life, yes, maybe I was. Okay, maybe. I'm guilty, right? Because I know you called me out on it.
Maybe you was.
And I'm only doing this because you would call me out on it a little bit.
Because if you try to act like it, you knew. Because I know better than that.
At one time, yes. But ever since I started doing this, I am just like any other person. I'm stuck in the house, ain't doing shit. A Saturday night, you know what I did on Saturday night? I went
to Kent.
No, I did talk to Kent.
I know.
I went to.
All you have to do is go into the chat room and Kent's like, I talked to Corey. He was brushing his teeth.
Oh man, you know what, Kent? I don't know what's going on. Kent is cool with me. I don't know what's going on with Kent. I have no idea what all this stuff is with Kent. But let me tell you something. I went to Walmart, bought some groceries, came home, and did some work. And I did that until I had to go to bed.
You know what I did all Sunday?
What'd you do?
Work.
Okay, see, well, you understand.
I mowed the lawn. I wrote several reviews. I went to a screening that even you missed. I was the only Spill crew member there, dude.
You know what? Because I wasn't able to fall asleep until 8:00 this morning.
Dude, I totally get it. It's not like, dear God, how could nobody else cover the Longshots?
And had I
starring Ice Cube,
you know, and I wanted to see it. Had I remembered, I'm so grateful you're there because I just forgot. I just had a lot of shit on my mind.
It happens, especially this time of year when it's dumping ground.
So Ice Cube was in the Longshots.
Do you really want me to talk about it now, or do you want to record a review?
Look, we're going to record a review, but you can tell me real quick because I'm curious because it's not only starring Ice Cube the girl from Killing the Bee, but it's directed by Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit.
See, you had to steal my thunder.
I wasn't trying to steal your thunder. I didn't know that's what you were waiting on.
Dude, it's Fred Durst, dude. Fred Durst and Ice Cube made a movie together. You know what it's about?
A girl wants to play football.
Yeah, in Pop Warner League. Yeah.
And what?
In the Pop Warner League.
In the Pop Warner League?
League.
Pop
Warner, yes.
Okay, so what's the Pop Warner League?
It's the league of football for kids who are not yet in high school.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yes.
Okay, so I mean, that could be a good movie. Anything can be a good movie. You
sure,
say that like it's a bad thing. How was this? Just real quick.
It's exactly what you think it is. It's another Ice Cube kids movie, except it's not him falling off of a ladder.
Okay. All right. And you know something? I really don't mind those Ice Cube Kid movies. I mean, just again, one guy told me he hated me for saying this, and a lot of people do. I hate when Corey says it's a kids movie, so take your kids to it. But you know what? I remember how I was when I was a kid, and I wanted to go to the movie theater to see kids movies.
And see, I'm with them for the most part. It's one of those things that there are good kids movies and bad kids movies, and really, this is one of those that, you know what? The kids were quiet the whole way through, and I watched it, and I'm like, you know what? You know, there were times where I laughed because it's
a throwaway movie, man, right?
There were times where they roll out the cliches, and then there's other things where it's like, oh, dude, they gave Garrett Morris work. That's awesome. Dude, you know
Garrett Morris was in them?
Garrett Morris plays the preacher, and he shows up in like 3 or 4 scenes.
You young kids will not know this. On Saturday Night Live, there was the only black member of Saturday Night Live named Garrett Morris.
Now, you say that, but that was a big deal because
at the time,
in 1975, 76, having a black man on a show like that was kind of a big deal. And Garrett Morris he was incredibly funny, but he was one of the few members of that cast that didn't go on to anything big.
Exactly.
Probably because he was the only black member of the cast
at the time. Because he's a very funny guy, but at the time it was a little bit harder than what it is now.
His best skit ever, of course, was they used to
The
do
Weatherman.
No, Hard of Hearing.
That's the weather news. Not the weather, but our top story tonight.
Our top story tonight.
Yeah, Garrett Morris was the only black guy on Saturday Night Live back in the 70s. Now, he did this whole thing with the news where they did it for the deaf. And of course, instead of him signing the news, he would just yell.
Well, a lot of the kids don't realize back in the day, they didn't have the technology to do the subtitling. They didn't have closed captioned. So what they would do is they'd actually have a separate little window at the bottom where someone would sign
in the corner of the screen,
in the corner of the screen where somebody, and they brought that up, and Garrett Morris came in the corner of the screen, and they're like, for the hard of hearing, we present Garrett Morris. And they would come up and be our top story tonight. Instead of signing, he'd start our top story tonight.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, you guys might have seen Family Guy. There was a Family Guy episode where they did that joke where he came in and they said for the hard of hearing, now here's Garrett Morris. And there was a real live black guy who came in, and you guys are probably like, who the fuck was that?